Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Apex. Hope you're having a very good day as always. And we have some good news into this video. I know, good news for Apex, that's very rare, but we do have some very interesting and promising news for Apex. I want to talk about that real quick. It's actually because of what EA recently said about the future of this game. As we guys all know, Season 15 just dropped, and the overall consensus right now on Season 15 among the players, the pros, the streamers has been kind of, mixed. Some people love Season 15, some people hate Season 15. They wanted to see more content, more changes. But we do have some good news if you want to see more content in Apex, because it looks like we could be seeing more very, very soon. And it wasn't just EA that said this, because we also have a dev at Respawn that basically confirmed what EA said. So if you guys have been wanting to see more content in Apex and just see this game grow even more, this should be a very enjoyable video for you guys to watch. I also want to talk more about Season 15 of Apex. I mean, I have been really enjoying Season 15, but we recently had a very big streamer. You guys may know him. His name is Nickmercs, who actually came out and defended Apex and defended, this season against many haters and trolls that were just bashing, Season 15. He also defended Season 15 despite what pros and streamers have been saying about this game. So we're also going to be talking about that in today's video. If you guys are ready, as always, drop a like on the video, hit that sub button if you're new, and enough talk from me. Let's jump straight into today's topics. Alright, so first things first, let's just talk about what EA had to say about Apex, because this gets me very excited for the future of this game. And not just the game Apex, not just Apex Legends, the video game, but also Apex as a IP, Apex as, this whole universe. We could potentially be seeing a lot more Apex content outside of just the game. So when Season 15 obviously dropped last week, here's what EA had to say. And Alpha Intel actually posted this over on Twitter. They said, EA says they are just getting started with Apex Legends in 2023. Apex has captured the imagination of our global community beyond play. Not only are they playing, watching, and competing, they are also captivated by the lore, the worlds, and the storylines. We are just getting started and believe Apex will be one of the most important entertainment IPs in the world. And the EA CEO said this. This wasn't just some random person at EA. The CEO said this, so it has to be real, right? It has to be real. Now, this could mean many things, right? This could obviously mean that they simply just want to grow the game into an even bigger franchise and, bring us more content, explore different avenues, and all of that is good. We always want to see more content in Apex. I feel like that's Apex's curse, not giving us enough content. So if this is a sign that in 2023 we'd be seeing, just more content for the game of Apex, the Apex Legends based game, it's a plus for everybody, because we always want to see, Apex just introduce new things and find different ways to play the game and enjoy the game. But I also feel like they're not just talking about the game, because they said Apex has captured the imagination of our global community beyond play. So I also feel like they're talking about, content, maybe a Netflix series, maybe some sort of, Apex Legends animated series on, I don't know, HBO, Netflix, Disney. Who knows? And even though this isn't, in-game content, once Apex as an IP grows, it's only going to benefit the game. Because let's say, Apex releases an animated show, right? And it completely just becomes hugely successful. It only makes sense that the game will also grow alongside all of those other projects as well. So most likely more money will be funneled into Apex, and we will see more content in the game because of it, right? So if this is any indication of the future of Apex, I'm very excited. I always want to see more content. And Apex is also one of those games that just always has really good trailers, really good stories from the Outlands. The lore in this game is very exciting and interesting as well, because compared to different games like Warzone or even Fortnite, every single legend in Apex has some sort of backstory. The lore in this game is very interesting to many players, and they could do so much with just these characters and building upon the Apex universe and making some really cool interesting shows or stories. So even though they may not just be talking about the game, of course everyone who's watching this video will love to see the main game of Apex grow and become even more successful, no matter what Apex does, whether it's the game or shows or content in different spheres outside of the game. Once it's successful, the game will also grow as a result. So I'm very excited to see what Respawn and EA are going to be working on in 2023. What do you guys think about this? Leave your thoughts down below. I know many players out there would definitely appreciate any type of Apex Legends animated show, or like even a live action show, who knows. Now Judge Medina, who you guys may know is the senior producer at Respawn, when Season 15 dropped, right, he also came out and said that the wait for Season 16 is going to be well worth it, because if you guys didn't know, Season 15 currently is the second longest season we've ever had in Apex. It's going to be a very, very long season. Hopefully Respawn has content stacked up for the rest of the season. But many players were kind of, worried because, of course, in the past, Respawn hasn't always been very reliable in terms of giving us, consistent content throughout a season. But Josh Medina made sure and said this on Twitter. He said, "It'll be worth it at the end of the rainbow, I promise." So this means that season 15, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm praying, should be a very content-packed season, and it should be very enjoyable. And this also kind of means that season 16 is going to be very fun as well, because, based on what EA said, Apex Legends in 2023 is going to be seeing a lot of growth. So hopefully this means the main game as well. And if Josh Medina is telling the truth, then, this should be a very enjoyable season, as well as the future seasons in 2023. And hopefully this means more LTMs, more game modes, better legends, better weapons, more content on a whole. Everybody loves content in this game. And when I say content, I don't mean weapon skins or legend skins or weapon charms, right? I mean actual content that's new, that we haven't seen before in Apex. That's content. So fingers crossed. What do you guys want to see for Apex moving forward? Leave your thoughts down below. You never know, a Respawn dev might be watching this video, so don't forget to comment what do you guys want to see from this season as well as the future seasons of this game. Alright, so with that said, let's talk about season 15 now. It's been about 1 week since season 15 dropped, and I feel like I don't really know if the community really enjoys this game, because on one end people say how they love the map, they love the brand new legend Catalyst, and then we have pros and streamers saying that they don't enjoy the season. They wish they had more legend changes and more patch notes basically for the season. So it's a very mixed bag right now. No one is really completely invested in the season, and I don't think anyone really has a clear idea if they like it or not. And of course there have been many complaints over on Twitter, on Reddit, on Twitch. Everybody has been complaining about certain things about this season, and Nickmercs, who is a very unlikely, he's an unlikely suspect to really defend this game, he came out recently and said some very interesting things on his Twitch. So I'm gonna play that clip for you guys real quick, and we'll come back and talk about what he said.
I understand, like, a lot of these pro players and these 3-4 year Apex guys that are complaining about things that haven't been fixed for a long time. I understand that. On the other hand, they're getting new maps and they're getting all this new stuff. A lot of these things they haven't asked for, but they're still getting new shit. You can see that EA's trying. They're definitely trying. They're doing a lot of competitive stuff too, man. They're doing a lot of competitive stuff. So it's like give and take, you know what I mean? You can always give constructive criticism, but if your criticism is simply put, this is dog shit, then is it really criticism? And that's what the majority of them say 24/7.
Honestly, guys, I kind of agree. I kind of agree in the sense that, obviously Apex is trying, they are trying to give us more content, they're trying to appease the Apex community, but because it's such a big community with different sections, you have the casual players, you have the streamers, you have the pros, everybody really wants something different. The pros want something completely different from the casual players and vice versa, so it's very difficult to appease every single person in the community. But I also feel like there are certain things that Respawn should have done by now. In terms of the patch notes, there's really no excuse for not giving us any real patch notes in terms of legend changes and switching up the meta in this season, because that was one of the biggest complaints in season 14 with the Ser meta. Everyone wanted to see Ser changes and meta changes in the last season, and of course Respawn did not do that with the season 15 patch notes. Also, I feel like Respawn could have definitely made some ranked changes in this season, because I would say the ranked experience right now is completely different from what we've seen in the past. It's a much different way to play ranked because of the KP changes, and it doesn't really feel like ranked, especially when you're watching pros play. It feels like a glorified pubs match, to be honest. So in terms of the patch notes, right, I feel like Respawn most definitely could have done a lot more there, but I'm also still enjoying the brand new content. People don't like the brand new map. I love the brand new map. People say how Catalyst isn't really, good. She might not be the best legend in the game, but she's still super fun to play, at least in my opinion. So I actually have been somewhat enjoying season 15. You guys might think how I always just trash Apex. That's not true. I actually do have a good time playing this season, and of course it isn't perfect. Of course Respawn still needs to bring us more updates, but as of right now, the season still feels pretty fresh to me, and I'm still having a very fun time enjoying the brand new map and everything that's new. So yeah, who would have thought that Nickmercs would be the one to defend Apex? Really interesting. But with that said, the future of Apex, we still have hope. It's still looking promising, especially based on what EA said. I hope it's true. I hope it's actually real and they actually mean it, because this game has so much potential. I always say that. and I really want to see this game fulfill its true potential and just become an even more successful game, IP, and just, you know, take over everything. So are you excited for the future of this game? And also let me know your thoughts right now, 1 week later after season 15 dropped. What do you guys think? With that said, that's it for me today, and I'll see you guys in some more Apex. Till next time.